Colonel Malcolm Weatherby, reporting from the Pacific Crest Trailhead, right here next to the Mexican border.
Campo, California, is located in East San Diego County and has about 2,600 inhabitants. Surprisingly, this is an interesting town for several reasons that are not obvious at first sight. The region was originally inhabited by the Kumeyaay band of Native Americans, but in the 1860s, settlers from the east began to arrive in Campo and called it home. A large concentration of pioneers from Texas influenced the local culture so greatly that the town was coined Little Texas by outsiders. The Gaskells were a particularly notable family. The Gaskells purchased many acres of surrounding land and founded the town of Campo we see today. The Gaskells constructed the first store, grist mill, and blacksmith in the town. The Gaskells family raised cattle and even developed apiaries of about 400 colonies that produced some 30 tons of honey annually. Wow! Nothing sweetens tea better than honey, I say. In 1916, the San Diego and Arizona Railway, a company founded by John Spreckles, passed through Campo with the first passenger car. This railway passed through very rugged mountain terrain and connected Yuma with San Diego via the Southern Pacific Railroad at El Centro. Another extraordinary product of this railroad is the world's largest wooden rail bridge, known as the Goat Canyon Trussell. This trussell can be seen today and is a monument to the remarkable engineering that went into the project.
We're currently looking at a 460 10-wheeler locomotive. Look at this monstrous behemoth. It was constructed in 1912 and saw service all the way up to 1936. What a miraculous machine. Currently, we're inside a mail car. Mail was commonly transported by train.
In 1941, the U.S. Army began construction of a military base for traditional horse cavalry, named after Colonel James Lockett, a well-decorated officer from the Spanish-American War. Camp Lockett was special because it was home to one of the last Buffalo Soldier regiments. The Buffalo Soldiers were originally formed by the Union Army during the Civil War and was one of the first all-African-American regiments in the United States. Both the 10th and the 28th Cavalry regiments were all African-American and were stationed at Camp Lockett. The primary function of this base was to protect vital targets like bridges, dams, and rail systems in event that Germany would attempt to invade through Mexico. Unfortunately, in 1944, all of the 9th, 10th, 27th, and 28th Cavalry regiments were dismounted and converted to standard service units, thus making these the last horse cavalry units to serve in U.S. history. I highly encourage you to discover Campo by visiting the Gaskell Brothers Stone Museum, which is full of rich history and artifacts of the region. Another good place to explore is across the street from the stone store, and that's the Pacific Southwest Railway Museum, which has a delightful display of steam locomotives and other train-era hardware.
Myself and the entirety of the British Empire thanks you for watching this episode. God save the Queen!